Bone too. Okay, I saw this post, okay? I saw this on Facebook and it came from a group, a father group on Facebook. I'm not going to tell the specifics, but it really did shock me. But it says, let's normalize keeping our kids away from other kids who aren't being parented well. Let me repeat that. It said, let's normalize keeping our kids away from other kids who aren't being parented well. Two things crossed my mind. Number one, the parent is not parenting well, okay? And number two, I feel sorry for the child or the kid that's not being parented well. We have to understand, yeah, that children learn how to problem solve, learn how to develop their cognition, right? They develop their language skills. They develop their social emotional skills. They develop the ability to have delayed gratification instead of instant gratification when they socialize with other kids, like playing with them and doing activities with them. I think of what comes to my mind is the playground setting. What also comes to my mind is the classroom setting when they're doing puzzles, when they're playing house, when they're doing art together, when they're, you know, doing Play-Doh, when they're building, when they're running around and they're talking and they're interacting with their friends and all that kind of stuff. We have to understand that when you look at a typical scene of preschool children interacting with each other, that interaction follows them all the way through all their school years. As they get older and as they approach each situation in their life, they learn how to regulate their emotions. They learn how to sort out their thoughts and use their words and, to connect their emotions with their words and their cognitive, their recognizance, recognizing what emotions they're feeling, what is it that they would like to say, and how they would like to say it without resorting to violence, throwing tantrums, and swearing and doing stupid things, okay? I say doing stupid things because a lot of the times, if the children don't have that social interaction, when they get older, guess what? They don't know how to socialize with anybody else. Now you have children that are just quiet, they're introverts, and then you have children that are extroverts, children that are kind of calm and mellow and they don't really care to socialize too much. But they should be able to still know how to regulate their emotions and recognize and connect their emotions with their cognitive perceptions of what's going on and with each situation that they face growing up. So in other words, if they don't play with bad kids, right? Or ikalamai, if they don't play with kids who have some negative behaviors, you as the parent, you as the parent, irregardless, never mind that parent that not parenting that child well, because obviously if you see one kid acting up and they don't care if anybody try to talk to them or correct them, that means they don't have no respect for the parents, their parents. But you as the parent, you can talk to your child about what they're seeing when the other children act up and make stupid decisions and talk back and swear and make trouble, and you can teach that your child what is right from wrong and how to acknowledge what is the proper way to handle those situations. Now, if you was to just go, oh, come over here, no, play over there. No, no, I don't like you could play with him. He color hair, he peel out. No, 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 I don't like. Get over here and sit down. And trust me, I've seen parents do that. Why parents do that? Because they don't like get into one fight with the parent who not watching their kid. Okay, They're not like, hey, get over here, I told you, sit down over here. No, go over there. Right? Because you know why? You don't like having confrontation. Especially if you stay, you know what? Never mind. Stay over here, play over here. No, go over there. I told you. I told you 3 times. Look what he doing. And you keep grumbling about, get over here. Where the mother guys? Where the father? That was my kid, right? Your kids should know when you mean business, forget their rinkies over here and sit down. Because sometimes they might act up too. But getting back, you should tell them, you think that's good thing for do, huh? What, you like go follow them? Oh, he jump in the fire, you gonna jump in the fire? If he jump off that tree and land on the rocks, you gonna do that? No, huh? No monkey see, monkey do, bro. Cause why? You gonna get hurt. After you get hurt, then I'm gonna have to hurt you. Right? That's how us local parents talk to our kids. For real. Because we teaching our kids not do dumb things. Not do stupid things. Like how other kids do. On the more educated side, coming from the former preschool early childhood educator, I say again, you as the parent need to regulate your child. That way when they get older, but might gonna be like, oh yeah, Ikaka wanted for steal the car, so I thought it was good fun, so we can go steal the car together. And then now they stay in handcuffs and the car they crash. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, I was with Ikaka, and you know what? He was over there throwing rocks at the kid and everything, and so the mother went come over there and scold him, and he answered back, and then all this guy, and then the older brother came over there, and not. So I had to jump in. You know what I mean? Nah, you teach your kid, bruh. If Ikaika like do that, you leave his ass alone. You know better. You know what I mean? Not the kind. So if you can keep your kid away from other kids who are doing stupid stuffs, then guess what? You doing more harm than good to your kiki. TBH. And then guess what? If you try do what he doing, brah, you try. You try. On the more educated, more calm side, do you think that that's a good idea what Ikaika is doing? What do you think would happen if Ikaika kept throwing the rock at the kid? And would the kid really like it? Do you think the kid's mom would be happy if Ikaika went hurt the kid? Like, that's gentle parenting. Okay, that's gentle parenting. But us local parents, we get the shortcut way. Hey, what I told you. Don't get dumb and do dumb things like him, ah. Mind your own business. Not act stupid like him, ah. Anyways, I just say it's ridiculous. That post is ridiculous. I really sorry for if you had good intentions or whatever, but for keep your child away from other children in their environment and other kinds of, yes, there's a point where you're going to try to keep them safe, but at the same time, you know can go school with them and make sure that they not act up with other kids. You know what I mean? You gotta teach them how to think on their own. Well, you know what? First of all, I don't like do what he doing because you know why? The first thing, if I get busted, I'm gonna get lickings, bro. Second thing, that's some dumb thing for do because why? Somebody might get hurt. And then I'm gonna be more in trouble. You know what I mean? Anyways, that was my number 2 bone. I almost finished with my hot chocolate. I went and I went momoy. 2 more days, you guys. 2 more days. Kidding. Hui ho.